Feeling stuck is the worst feeling in the world. So if you felt like that, stick around. We're going to talk about that more today. You are enjoying the Step Out and Thrive podcast. Welcome back to the Step Out and Thrive podcast. My name is Bethany B. Joy, and I'm so excited that you're here. And if this is your first episode, well, I'm so excited. Welcome to the Step Out and Thrive podcast. This place, this beautiful moment right here, whether you're listening, whether you're watching, it's mainly for those of us who pour out on an ongoing basis. Whether you're a parent, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a counselor, whether you're a coach, whether you're a business owner, all of us have those places that we pour out, we give our best. And yet, oftentimes, if you're anything like me, you wonder, does anybody see what's going on here? Like, you could be having the worst day ever, and they just miss it because you're pouring out. You're looking for a safe place where you can just come and belong, a place where you can grow and become and explore, and also a place where people believe in you and your calling. That is exactly what Step Out and Thrive community is, and that's exactly what we talk about here on the podcast. And we're starting a brand new series today. I'm so excited because if you've been listening to the last couple episodes, you've learned that one of the things that I'm really coming alive in personally is that it's okay to ask questions. Like, obviously, I know it's okay to ask questions, especially my clients, but in everyday conversations. And I've been told so many times that, Bethany, wow, that's a really good question. I should write that down. And sometimes I write it down. Sometimes I come back to it. Sometimes it's just normal. Like, it's a natural, curious question for me to ask. So what I've done is I've gone back through some of my notes, but I've also asked some of my clients and I've asked some of our group members, hey, what questions have really impacted you that I've asked or that we've talked about on our group calls together? And so the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing one question at a time because I think they're so powerful, not only for us to ask of ourselves, but to have God ask us and then also get curious and be aware of that. And maybe there might be somebody in your life that you can ask that question to. So today's question is, what if you're not stuck, but just scared? What if you're not stuck, but just scared? Now, I don't remember the actual context. This question was given to me, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good question. I asked that. She's like, yeah. And it was a huge breakthrough moment for me. And she went and explained this whole thing. And I'm like, that's great. But I don't remember asking it, but it's a brilliant question, right? And when I sat with that, the very first thing that came in my mind was that I had 3 boys. And we go to McDonald's. We used to go to McDonald's. Okay, quick side note. Y'all, I gave my kids some money to go to McDonald's the other day. And they're teenagers now. And they're like, Mom, this isn't enough money. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like $5 meal, right? Like, they still have that, right? No, they don't. They have gone crazy up in prices. So McDonald's, if you're watching this, like, you're making me feel old. So can we go back to like the $5 value menu or something? Side rant over. When they were little and they did have cheaper prices, I would often take them to McDonald's. Why? Because they had the playground and they had AC. And for moms here in Florida, that combination is amazing. And you don't get that everywhere. So I could go in and buy them a small thing of fries and they would eat some of it and then they would play. And extra bonus, the bathroom was right there. So if they were potty training or if I had to go change a diaper, it was right there. We could just hang out in that back room area for like ever. It was the best of times, y'all. You just had to be there. Why am I sharing this story? If you are a mom or if you watched little kids, what happens on this playground that's full with slides, that's full with tunnels, that's full with all these little adventures? You're right. Never fails. I always have one child that goes as far as they can to the very top. And I hear, Mom, I can't get down. I'm what? Stuck. I'm stuck. I can't get down. And I'm like, yeah, you better figure it out because I'm not crawling up there to get you. Now, granted, with my oldest, I did. I found my way up there, and it was actually kind of fun, like back in the day. He's 18 now, so some things have changed. Anyway, there were some times that I did have to go up and rescue my kid. And I remember this one time specifically. It was with one of my kids. I'm not going to share which one, but it was one of my kids because they were, instead of going down the slide, it was like a tube slide. Instead of actually going down inside the slide, I took my eyes off of them for 1 minute and he was actually on top of the slide. So he was literally like, if you can picture a kid riding a horse, that's how he was. His legs were spread out on the side of it. And he's like, Mom, I'm stuck. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like, how do I get this? And what I noticed is that there were little steps just off to the side. They weren't leading quite up to the tunnel. They were meant to go in the thing that was like beside the tunnel, but I knew it was within his reach. He didn't see that. I could. I tried to explain to him, hey, buddy, okay, it's on your left. Of course, he didn't know left and right. But I'm like, buddy, it's on your left side. You just have to reach your foot down just a little bit. You have to trust me. Well, y'all, he did not trust me at all. I mean, if you want to strengthen a parent relationship, take your kid to the McDonald's playground and just see what happens. Okay, back to the story. What happened is that I had to go over to him and I had to hold on to his shoe. And I said, buddy, I got you. You can trust me. Just know that I can take you the rest of the way. We got this. So sure enough, he put his little shoe down and I kind of put him into my grip. And I actually did, instead of putting him down to the ground, because I could have done that, I actually moved his feet over so he could touch the platform that I was talking about. So he knew that I wasn't completely crazy. And I just remember him melting. And instead of melting into my arms, he just kind of melted as he sat down on that platform. And I sat there with him for a minute. And he's like, Mommy, I was so scared. Yeah. And I wish I would have said at that moment, buddy, you weren't stuck. You were just scared. But I'm sure I said something amazing at that moment that changed his life forever. But that's just a moment that comes back to us. How many times have we been in a place like that in life? Not physically stuck in a playground, but stuck in life. Where we just feel like there's no way out. We are completely stuck. We're telling a friend, we're telling a coach, we're telling a spouse, we're telling somebody that I just feel stuck. There's no way out of this. And yet they go, well, what about this? And normally if somebody tells us a different idea, what do we respond with? No, right? Because deep down, we're scared. We don't want to admit that to anybody else. Why? Why would we admit that we're scared to anybody else? We don't want to admit that. That's a hard thing to admit. But do you see how powerful this question is? What if you're not stuck? What if you're just scared? Let's make it personal. What part of your life right now do you feel stuck in? Maybe you're stuck in finances. Maybe you're stuck in a relational. Maybe you're stuck in a physical challenge. I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. I've had several different times in my life over the last couple months, specifically when my vision and my hearing has changed so much. I've used that word. I feel stuck. And I literally thought I was until I realized deep down that I was scared. And I've had to have people in my life that I've had to come to that I trust that say, hey, can I come to you when I feel scared and you not try to fix? That you just listen, that you allow me to just be scared for a couple minutes so that I can sit with what is really in front of me and I know that I'm not stuck. Can you do that for me? I have amazing people that can do that for me. It's amazing how many people we can ask to do these things for us. and not fix. Because a lot of times, and here's the thing, a lot of times when people come to us and say, I'm stuck, we want to go, well, actually, all you have to do is move your foot there. And that's not what they want to hear. They just want to know that we're with them. My kid did not want me to necessarily fix his problem. But when I came over to him and I held his shoe and he knew that I was with him, then he could start crying a little bit. And then he could start lifting his foot out. Do you see how powerful that question is? So to this week, I want you to sit with, okay, where in my life do I feel stuck? And don't immediately go, okay, now I'm scared. Like, don't try to fix it, okay? If you're like me, I love to do that too, okay? But just sit there. My challenge for you this week is, where in your life do you feel stuck? And no matter if you're watching this episode when it first comes out or you're watching this months later, if you're part of our community, post on there, this is the place I feel stuck. And share it with us. We want to know. Or go to a friend and say, hey, I feel stuck here. Can you just sit with me in this? And get curious. See, when we say that we are stuck, it says that we're helpless. When we say that we are scared, there's ways to move forward. Do you hear that difference? I'm going to say that one more time. When we say that we are stuck, it literally says that we're helpless, that there's no way out, that we've given up. When we say that we're scared, it provides a way forward. We can work with fear. We can work with scary situations. But when your mindset's stuck, there's not too many ways forward. So my challenge for you this week, like I said before, list out those areas where you feel stuck and get curious and invite somebody in there with you. If you're part of our community, you know how to do that. We'd love to have you. If you're not part of our community yet, community.stepouandthrive.com, or you can just visit stepouandthrive.com and get that link. We'd love to have you. My challenge for you is to do that, to connect this week, no matter if you do it in our community or you do that face-to-face with somebody else. Know that I believe in you. Know that I know fear is real. But I hope admitting to God, sharing with him and connecting with other people, you can trust him with your dangling foot. And you can take that next step, best step forward. Dare to do more than just survive. Step out and thrive. See you guys back here next week. Bye. Thanks for enjoying today's Step Out and Thrive podcast, the one place that you can always count to dare to do more than just survive, to step out and thrive. As always, for more information, please check out BethanyBjoy.com or StepOutandThrive.com.